Hello, welcome to today Q&A on wireless radiation. So this video that I'm going to create is a short video uh, mainly to show you the different type of microwave detectors or EMF meters. Okay, let me just go ahead to start. Okay, so this is the acoustimeter from EMSview. It is actually a microwave detector or wireless radiation detector. It has a frequency range of from 200 megahertz to 8 gigahertz. So it's a very, a meter that's able to detect a wide range of wireless radiation uh, frequency spectrum. So it can detect a mobile phone signal, GPS, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. It can be used to also detect the radiation coming out from a microwave oven because it is basically the same microwave range. Yeah. So you have one of these. In this meter, it shows both the average power density as well as the peak electric fields. Yeah. Now you have another meter here, also from EMSview. It's a smaller version of the acoustimeter. It's called a Acousticom 2 meter. It has the same function exactly as a acoustimeter, same frequency range as well, from 200 megahertz to 8 gigahertz. It is very small and handy, as you can see here, so people can use this to put inside their bags and go to different houses or their own house to do a very quick simple scan or evaluation. They can bring it, they can while traveling to different hotel, different places. It's very handy. You have another meter also from EMSview again. It's called a PF5. This meter has a frequency range of 20 Hz to 50 kilohertz. So from the lower frequency itself, you can tell that it's a meter that is able to detect radiation coming from electrical sources, yeah, or electronic sources. So basically, you can detect the radiation coming from power sockets, power mains, electrical wiring, motor actuated devices like fans, purifiers. So here you can detect both electric field and magnetic field as well. Yeah. So there's also a meter here. It's quite popular online. It's called DT1130. Yeah. You can get it at around 30 plus Singapore dollars, depending on which online platform you goes to. So I want to highlight about this meter is because this meter is very popular online. That you can see they are using this meter to detect, to prove on certain products of their effectiveness in reducing the EMF. Maybe they show it on some crystal shun guide or some salt lamp or some frequency emitting kind of things. They always use this. Most of them use this kind of meter, or they use a. Sometimes they have a cell phone, in a mobile phone, they have a sticker to reduce the radiation. They also use this meter. I bought this meter just to show you the importance of getting a right meter to detect the right radiation. So if I activate this, you can see that it basically show 3 zeros here. Yeah. So from the look of it, of course, when I try to detect something, sometimes it will go up and down. It will give some beeps and then. But you realize that you have no idea from a look at it. You just only see numbers. But these numbers doesn't mean a lot of things. Yeah, you have no idea what this number means. Whether is it measuring electric field, or is it measuring the magnetic field, or is it measuring a microwave or wireless radiation level. You have no idea, yeah, what is measured. Later I'll use this meter to show you on some of the demo. Then you understand that the importance of having the right meter to do the right job. But I bought this meter. Of course, I have a quick check on it. It's basically detecting only electric field. Yeah, only electric field. Yeah. Later we will see. Yeah. So now I have a mobile phone here. It's my own personal mobile phone. Later I'll show you with the what it does to the microwave detector. So right now, let me go ahead just to activate this detector. You can see right now, the average power density is in a range of about less than 10 microwatts per meter square, the average power density. And the peak electric field is about 0.1 volts per meter. It can of course go up and down here. A good level based on German building biology is about 10 microwatts per meter square and below. So in this room, clearly I've done a lot of things to keep the radiation level low. As you can see on the other side of it, I have a, probably let me turn the camera a little bit. You can see my curtain, there's a curtain there. So this curtain is actually a shielding fabrics that I use to block off the microwave radiation coming from externally, because let me turn it off. There's two mobile phone antenna just diagonally across my room here, so I use that so that's why I'm able to keep my wireless radiation low. And moreover, for the benefit of doing this video, my mobile phone which I use to use it for as a recorder for this session is turned on as a airplane mode, so you will not get any wireless radiation. So right now, let me use another of my mobile phone here. So let me just deactivate it first. I'm trying to, usually I keep all my antenna off, different type of antennas off, so as to limit my wireless radiation. So right now you can see that basically I've activated all the antenna, the GPS, the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, and of course my mobile signal is on. Yeah. So right now all my antennas on my phone is been activated. Yeah. So I have to put it further away, because if not the camera will get dimmer. Yeah. So right now let me just show you. If I play a YouTube video. Can you hear the sound of it? It's, depending on the signal it comes in, now the microwave is reading about, it can read as high as about 1000 microwatts per meter square, and the electric field can pick up to about 3 right now, 3 volts per meter. So depending on the signal, it goes up and down. So if you have the mobile phone very close to you, this is the amount of level that you will get in terms of the microwave radiation. It's considered as very high. You can see sometimes it can go up, peak the value. So let me just pause it for a while. So now I'm trying to activate the airplane mode, and I'll show you again. So if you look closely, I'm on airplane mode right now. So what happens is that when I'm on airplane mode right now, you can see that if I measure the radiation, of course when I put on airplane mode, I'm not able to play the YouTube video. I'm not able to play the YouTube video because there's no signal that coming in and out. And you see the meter is going down to the level as before, the ambient level of about less than 10 microwatts per meter square, the original. Yeah. So remember that one way to reduce the radiation coming out from a phone, you can actually deactivate some of the antennas when you are not using, for example, some of the function like a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or GPS. When you are not in use, you can deactivate it, so that not all your antennas being activated. So it helps to reduce the wireless radiation as well. Yeah. So right now, let me just show you again by playing the music again. Let me go back to non-airplane mode. Yeah. So right now you can see that I have all the antennas activated. And I'm trying to play a video here. Now I'm using this DT1130, yeah, which I mentioned before. You can't really see, you can see all the numeric is all 0 here. So when I use to measure against the microwave radiation here, you can see that the reading doesn't change a bit. It's because this meter is meant to detect only electric field, not for microwave or not even magnetic field. So if you are using this, if you are using this meter to detect, try to detect a microwave source or magnetic source, you will get zero reading. Yeah. So it tells you again the importance of getting the right meter to do the job, the right job. So just now I mentioned that here, yeah, now the BB sound is actually a Bluetooth signal that is activated here on my phone. Yeah. So you can see that even though you are not connecting with Bluetooth devices, your devices is constantly looking for Bluetooth devices. Yeah. So just now I mentioned that besides deactivating the antenna itself, there's another way to reduce the radiation exposure. That's by shielding. I can show you a simple solution using a shielding fabrics. You can see that you can still hear a little bit of the. Okay, now you don't hear the Bluetooth signal anymore. You can see the level is almost like my ambient level. Yeah. So what happens is that when I take this shielding fabric away, can you see that it picks up all the way up? Yeah, and Bluetooth again. Yeah, let me just turn off to the airplane mode again. So you can see that what's so special about this fabric, this is not a normal cotton fabric. Of course, majority is made of cotton, but there's metallic element in it. It is made from Swiss Shoe, this company, uh, which I have dealings with, and because of this metallic element inside this fabric, is able to shield off the microwave radiation or wireless radiation emitted from the phone itself. So this fabric can be used as a curtain, can be used as a blanket, can be used as even for some of my customers who use it to travel in the airplane. They use it as an airplane blanket or for their babies. You can use it for lining for your clothing. I have different other materials that people can actually use it to make into shirts. Or there are people can make this into like a canopy for the bed. So fabrics are very flexible. Another kind of things that you can use to shield is this is like a normal window shielding film. It looks like a normal one, but it's actually a special film from Germany that is built to screen off or reduce or rather block off the microwave radiation. You have things like this kind of a special paint, a shielding paint. This is a 1 liter shielding paint from Weisshu, Germany. So I have it also in 5 liter bucket, which I use it to sell to my customer who want to paint a bigger surface area. So the importance of the shielding paint to note is that it is a conductive paint. So meaning that you have to actually ground it when you actually paint it on your wall for safety reason. Because if you don't do that in case of wiring fault, or when there's a faulty power drill that you drill on the wall which has the conductive paint on, you might get an electric shock. So for safety reason, conductive tape have to be done to ground it properly into your earth. Yeah. So this is what we do in Choizya. We go to people's house to detect the level of wireless radiation, whether they are in the high range, mid range or low range, and give the necessary recommendation how to mitigate them. There are many simple ways, and of course there are also ways that I've just shown you different products that's able to reduce the EMF or wireless radiation very effectively. Just now I mentioned that there's this another meter called a PF5 here. You can see that it's actually measuring electric field or magnetic field. I'd like to show you this Bluetooth speaker here. Yeah, if I activate it on the Bluetooth device, 100%. You can see that every time I move close to the speaker, you can see that there's a bumps up. This is a magnetic field that is registered from the speaker. Yeah. So similarly, let me just deactivate it. Similarly, when I use it to detect you can see this is a sound made from the, let me turn Bluetooth. It's actually catching Bluetooth signal. You can see that it can peak as high as almost right now. It's almost 5 volts per meter square. Sorry, 5 volts per meter. The average power density can go as high as 2000. Yeah, right now in the
Not found. Ready to pair. Battery 100%.
yeah. So you can see that it's very high. So imagine that. Let me just turn it off again. When you turn it off, it go back to a very low level. So the key thing, just can you just imagine you have all these wireless speakers, wireless router, wireless cordless phone, everything very close to where you are. So all this radiation adds up. Yeah. So that's why your exposure will increase dramatically. So what I do with this Bluetooth speaker at home? Actually, I use an audio cable that comes along with it. I use it in the cable mode, not in the wireless mode. Yeah. So by cabling it, you don't need a Bluetooth. Yeah. So you're still able to enjoy your music. So this is one of the simple ways that you can reduce your exposure. So just like I also mentioned that EMF is also cumulative. Having so many of these wireless gadgets around you every day, 365 days, 24/7, without you knowing it, constantly, exposing yourself or your loved one with all this wireless radiation. Over time, yeah, you will get all these health effects that are mentioned on my website. Yeah, you can actually go to the links, useful link. You can see that there are many credible science out there or studies being published in many of these links. Yeah. So just remember that there are ways to help you to reduce your exposure by just I mentioned in my earlier videos the very 4 simple steps. By keeping a safe. The further you are with the source, the lesser the radiation. Cable your devices as much as possible. Deactivating most of the antenna if you're not used, or use lesser of these wireless devices that help to reduce your EMF exposure. And lastly, explore the option of shielding, effective shielding to reduce it in an event that you really cannot solve it. Like for example, in my case, for mobile phone, cell phone tower, I cannot ask them to deactivate it. So I need to have some form of solution to block the radiation that coming in from outside into my room. But obviously, it is also very important to keep your room, audio wireless gadget or whatever EMF radiation source as low as possible, so that you maintain a low level in your living space, your working space, or your playing area. So that's important when you try to do shooting. That's what we can offer in Choizya. We offer recommendation to our client, what is the best solution for them. And we do it. Of course, we will do a testing before and after to show the effectiveness. So this is what we do. Just before I end, just now, probably with regards to this PMF meter, I can show you that for example, if this is the power line, power socket that power my notebook, for example. If I activate this, if I go to the electric field, you can see that this is measuring the electric field from this cable. So all this cable, when you activate it with power, you can see that the radiation will goes up. So by moving further away from it, your level will go down dramatically. So there are a few things that you can do. This is what we do to advise our customers. So hope you like this video that I've created to show you that there are different type of meter out there. That's available, and also there's also effective solution out there to reduce to shield against wireless radiation. I remember in the past there are people that ask me about application that they download on their mobile phone that can use to detect EMF. Those are not accurate, because most of these apps, they are measuring only electric field and magnetic field, and they are using a lot of simulation algorithm to simulate the levels. But they are definitely not effective to measure microwave, because I have customer ask me that they download these apps and they go around the house to measure their wireless router and their mobile phone radiation. They say they don't see anything. Of course not, because I mentioned the apps only measure electric field and magnetic field. Yeah, and in the range of a full whole low frequency spectrum range, not in terms of the hundreds of megahertz or even gigahertz range. So yeah, so you are not able to use the apps to on your phone to do the job to replace a microwave detector or wireless meter. So I cannot emphasize the importance of getting a reliable meter to actually assess your level of exposure. Yeah, yeah. So I hope that it will give you some understanding into the importance of measuring the amount of wireless radiation in your everyday life. Yeah. So I hope to hear from you again. See you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.